Prepare-se para nos próximos meses ver uma inundação de propaganda sobre os aliens. Filmes, documentários, reportagens e comerciais irão completar a programação final antes da execução do projeto Blue Beam. O projeto Blue Beam possui 3 objetivos, sendo o primeiro a substituição das religiões do mundo por uma religião universal, que deve acontecer em uma série de etapas.
Nossa tecnologia nos permite criar imagens flutuando no espaço, e elas são físicas.
And it's the ability to stage, through very advanced technologies, an alien attack or an alien event. So what their whole purpose is to create sort of a global militarized totalitarian superstate of the world fighting another world. It's like War of the Worlds.
The last card is the alien card, and all of it is a lie.
You remember War of the Worlds?
The radio broadcast?
Yes, by Orson Welles, 1939.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, we've got something else coming in. They're going to make the announcement that they have discovered extraterrestrial intelligence. And this will frighten the people of the world. Say, oh my God, how can we deal with this as a nation? But we can only deal with it as the United Nations. Yes, we're going to have a United Nations, a one-world government. Yeah, it's necessary, they're going to say. It's absolutely necessary. Why?
Tell me.
To defend ourselves from those little green men, from the aliens that are out there. They will make that announcement. And the whole program is phony. It's fixed, it's set up, and you're going to be the patsy unless you understand what's going down.
I know for a fact that the plan is to make all of us feel totally helpless. That what's happening is beyond our realm to affect because we've been taken over by aliens. That our Independence Day is dawning. Understand that those criminals have been keeping information and technology from us under the blanket of national security. They are 25 years ahead of us at least. They're way ahead. So when they say, it's aliens, and they show us some incredible technology, don't fall into the trap of feeling totally helpless, that this is beyond our realm to affect. Superstition begins where knowledge leaves off. And they have been keeping knowledge from us for a long time. My experience that these were people claiming to be aliens.
Submitted for your approval. What have we got?
We're getting closer to the hoaxing of events to stampede the world into something that would make 9/11 look like a picnic.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem into the sky. You see it?
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real.
The Navy says it still doesn't know what the objects are, and officials aren't speculating.
This is a secretly funded government UFO program. They got 22 million.
This is the next big thing that they want the public to be afraid of.
What kind of deception would it take to deceive the entire world? We're talking about different nationalities of people with different cultures, different religious ideas, and different worldviews. How on earth could there be one giant deception that would deceive everyone on the earth? It's clear to see that pop culture is obsessed with outer space and aliens and UFOs. You can hardly watch a kids show or a movie or a comic book or an advertisement that doesn't show a UFO or an alien.
How do you keep something secret? You hide it in plain sight. This subject is the most secret subject in the United States and exceeds the secrecy. I have a document from 1950s where they talk about engaging Disney Studios, which had done a lot of the OSS propaganda films in World War II. and Walt Disney was an asset of the CIA. So they engaged Disney Studios to make Flying Saucer and Little Green Men films. So that ridicule, which was ramped up in the 50s, has been very effective, incredibly effective.
And now I'll ask Officer Stein and his colleagues to escort the accused into the room so that we may all look upon the guilty party. Don't get him too close to me, please. Now, this just goes to show that you guys are entirely too serious.
Maybe we can talk to them. Pardon me. Are you from Mars?
It's a moo-moo.
Nicht Deutsch?
It's a moo-moo.
What's the go?
Political refugee, right.
You know how many treaties you just violated?
Oh, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real! Whoa. That's awesome.
Hey, kill it. Just kill the illusion. Kill it.
No, I'm not going to kill it. They'll see.
They'll see what I want them to see.
Done.
Could it be manipulated purposely by people who have the technology to simulate UFO sightings? And people say, well, of course not. Who would do a thing like that? Well, I would remind you that during the Watergate investigation, it was discovered that there was a plan originated in the White House to surface a submarine off the coast of Cuba and paint the second coming of Christ over the island of Cuba using holograms.
When you say hologram, they're thinking of a Walt Disney little pixie dancing around in a little darkness area. That's all they know about holograms. They don't know that 20 years ago, we could project a hologram with heat, noise, light, speed, anything we wanted, anywhere. And we used that on 9/11.
Anyone see Michael Jackson a couple years ago after he died in that holographic dance? Cool, huh? That's a declassified technology.
Holograms at another level of technology that we don't understand. Holograms that had solidity to them, that had sound, that had a lot of things that we don't understand holograms can have.
So either it's sleep standing up or...
It's a costume on a mannequin. It's still creepy.
These drones. High intensity lights, everything you need for a high-tech light show.
I'm sorry. But I was right. It was human.
Yeah, but why?
Maybe it is the government, and they're using the alien story to cover up whatever is really going on.
The public needs to know the difference between the real and the false, and what the agenda is for the false one, and how easy it is, whether it's through a cosmic 9/11 or some other scenario, to manipulate the public into fear and get on a war footing where we then suspend our liberties and spend trillions of dollars and countless lives in a concocted, hoaxed battle. I call it the Wizard of Oz. So you have these guys, you know, it's like the Wizard of Oz, remember at the end, they pull the curtain back and there's this old crudmudgeon pulling all the levers, scaring the hell out of Dorothy. And this is I call it the Wizard of Oz effect. But it's very sophisticated, and we should not underestimate their capacity.
It's going to be the attempted destruction of our cities. It's going to be such a broad operation. It's going to include all the assets of the cabal.
These readings are really weird. The ships, they're fake. Illusions.
What just took the president then?
Well, that one's real. But the others aren't. Someone is trying to make everyone think there's an invasion going on. Fake aliens, fake ships.
In 1974, after being a 6th grade school teacher, I was introduced to the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in the U.S., the father of rocketry. In my first meeting with him, during that first 3.5 hours, he said to me, "Carol, you will stop the weaponization of space." And I said, teachers don't stop until June. He said, no, you have to understand, this is February, and we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies, he said, against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system. The first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids. And then he would repeat to me over and over. And the last card, the last card, the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat.
I have found references as far back as the beginning of this century by a secret group of very powerful people to create an artificial alien threat from some other planet to help unite all humanity into a one world government with them at the head.
A program planned since the 1950s to hoax a threat from outer space. And it's all a lie.
The best way to unite all humanity and do away with war is if we were attacked from some other planet by alien beings from outer space.
We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
I have to tell you that the intelligence communities, the powerful people in this world, have the capabilities to do this, to perpetrate such a hoax.
Would look 100% like an extraterrestrial event, and it is not. It's the biggest hoax in human history, and you've got to wake up to this.
And the whole thing is a show to fool everyone into joining a new world order collectively.
And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it.
There is going to be a spin to find some enemy against whom we have to build space-based weapons, and now we should expect the spin, because he said part of the formula for the intelligence community is if they might have a weapon, then we have to consider that they do have these weapons. So now they do have these weapons, so now we have to build these weapon systems, and that's the formula, except that it's all based on a lie.
My people have developed technologies which allow us to throw off our physical forms and travel great distances in the blink of an eye. We are in dialogue with your leaders to help the human race survive its infancy, for we believe in you. And one day, with our help, war may be a thing of the past. We mean no harm.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
Wake up to reality.